goes direct today, like literally today in 15, 30 minutes. Basically, it's going direct. And what does that mean for you? That means time is moving forward. Things will now be moving. I know full well you were working on something, trying to work at it, could be anything, but you're trying to work at it and it has not been moving. You're just like, I'm refining my plans, I'm refining my structure, I'm being consistent, I'm doing all these things, and shit still hasn't been moving. Why? Because Saturn was in retrograde. Saturn was in retrograde, and now it's stationing direct. So things will begin to move forward. Welcome, everybody. No one's here right now. It is live, but no one's here, and that's absolutely fine. We're still speaking this message. I felt called to just say it, so we're doing it right now. And I feel this is part of this Saturn stationing direct energy kicking in anyway. So whoever shows up, and whoever does show up is meant to hear this message. My name is Cletus Lee. If you're new, if you're not, then welcome. So anyway, let's get into it. Saturn has been retrograding. Now, I base my astrology based off the visible sky. So, the sun, moon, and stars, if you're new here, that is what I look at when it comes to astrology. If you don't know, mainstream astrology is off by like 23 degrees, just like how they tried to change the new year in the middle of a season. They did the same with astrology. So, I don't listen or subscribe to what they talk about. I just focus on what I actually see. And I see astrology happening right above our heads every single motherfucking day. Every single day it happens right above our head. Why? Because the astrology that is happening above our head is a part of the technology that we reside in. It is literally one of the functions that allows our hologram to actually hologram. So this is why I pay more attention to what is happening above my head than what mainstream tropical astrology decides to say. And Saturn right now, they will say the same dates of it retrograding and stationing direct, etc., but the sign they're saying it's doing it in is different. However, we'll get into the sign, but Saturn itself was retrograding. So, what does that mean in general? What was going on in that time while Saturn was retrograding? So, Saturn is known as Father Time. Okay, Saturn is known as Father Time. From my perspective, Saturn is a big part of the technology that keeps our hologram functioning. And someone popped in and then disappeared. I don't know if you're joined, but I'm gonna keep speaking. This is part of my mission, my voice. And though at times I feel discouraged, like not a lot of people are here, they're not listening, the important people are. So for the important people, I will keep going. However, Saturn is known as Father Time. It creates our entire hologram, like quite literally. This father figure of Saturn, just knowing the metaphysics around it, the mythology. Um, it's like this father figure where you do need to show up and be consistent in that. You need to show the fuck up, like quite literally. Forgive me for language, especially if younger ears are listening. However, you need to show up when it comes to this Saturn energy. You need to be disciplined, consistent, structured, and you need to keep going. Saturn fuels Capricorn, so it is that slow, steady building blocks towards a more bigger goal. Like that ultimately is the aim of Saturn. And in you showing your consistency, showing up for yourself, Saturn then is like, yes, let me release my grips and let you just thrive. But anyway, Saturn being Father Time, Saturn rules time. So it's what you're spending a lot of time on, what you're using your time for. That is the Saturnian energies. And when it was retrograding, retrogrades offer a big, like, you've now got the time, space, and capacity to go over and to redo things that you didn't have the time, space, or capacity to do before. And forgive me for, there's not much people up in here, but I don't know if I'm sideways. Normally, I would have my whole setup and double check the sound and everything, but I've not done that because I've just felt I needed to say this message, and I feel that it's important, even if it's just for me to look back at my videos, as that's what I do, and it's a message from my past self to my future self. It's important. So it's coming through. So these retrogrades offer the time for you to go back and do things that you didn't have the time to do before. It offers the thinking space and everything, especially because Mercury has been retrograding as well. Mercury is retrograding in Gemini, so I don't even have my board. My board is there. I may get it out if I need to, but Mercury being in Gemini, it's a lot about our philosophy, our personal philosophy, and how we are going to then interact with the world, our personal values on how we're going to interact with the world. And Saturn, of course, retrograding, being in time, you may have been in this space of truly reflecting back on, forgive me, something's on my lip. Something was on my lip. Anyway, lips. So Saturn retrograding as well was truly looking back on what have I been doing with my time, like quite literally, what are my values with Mercury retrograding as well? What do I truly value? What is my philosophy? What do I really want to be in this life? What do I want to do? What do I want to confirmation, but all of those things may have been coming up for you with this Saturn retrograde and Mercury retrograde as well. But Saturn is going direct. Saturn is going direct. And again, like I know within this philosophy, within this whole retrograde period, we may have been fully reflecting, fully going back over boundaries, personal experiences, literally what your values are, what your philosophy is. Some of you may have even possibly forgotten something and then realize, wait, I've diverted so far from that very thing. And these retrograde periods made you sit in your mind and think, I need to then go back to that because this very thing I had forgotten, this really is what it's about. So you've then gone back to it after you've strayed away. This retrograde period has been all about that. And now we're stationing direct. Now we are stationing direct. Now you have figured out, this is what I'm about. This is my values. This is what I truly want to do. This is who I am. This is how I want to spend my time. Time is now moving forward. Do you see? This is why I love the synchronicities of literally the hologram, the sky, this hologram that we're in, the natural habitat. It's a natural habitat. It's all technology. So it's all technology, but the technology looks natural to us, even though it is highly advanced technology beyond our comprehension. That is the astrology. And ultimately, we run on autopilot. Like that's all it's about. We run on autopilot. So even though I love observing all of these things, just do you ultimately, and you will be running on autopilot anyway. Anyway. So this is just like a little sneak peek into the autopilot that is basically going to happen regardless, as long as you're aligned. However, this moving forward in time, this stationing direct of Saturn, this father time energy, when it was retrograding, were you consistent? Were you showing up for yourself? Were you building that foundation necessary, which is the Capricorn energy that Saturn fuels? Was you doing those things? Because as you then move forward, or as Saturn stations direct, and energy quite literally in our hologram is ready to move forward, ready to move forward in time, you are going to enter the next phase in your life. You are going to jeez, I've not even got my tarot cards or anything to even confirm like what's going on. I thought it, but I was like, no, it just needs to come through. So maybe I'll do another video of just tarot, just kind of confirming this Saturn station in direct energies. But I feel it quite potently, and I cannot be the only one. Like, please, I beg. I'm not the only one, am I? Feeling this shift in energy, and you're probably feeling it in your body, like a lot of anxiety, stomach problems, like you feel something, like you're not even ill, nothing's even like making you have anxiety, but your chest is just like, your stomach is like, oh, because this is an energetic shift that is happening, and I cannot explain it. You can enter places where you have been for years, and going recently, it now looks different. It it looks different. Who has experienced that? You've gone to the same place that you've been for many times, and you go there one time and you're like, wait, this looks different. This energy feels different. If anyone has experienced that, do let me know. But I've been experiencing it a lot lately, and I feel in combination being in the year of the snake as well, which is of transformation, like quite literally transformation. And I have been speaking about it for the whole year. I have been speaking about this transformation coming from this snake energy, year of the snake. And it's like the beginning of the year, I saw things were happening. Things were like, oh, okay, this is interesting. But then there was just like a lot of blockages. Now, the year of the snake energy, it doesn't, of course, go by the Gregorian calendar, because that's bullshit. Bullshit. But anyway, um, the rapid energy of change is coming through now. The rapid energy of change is coming through now. The rapid energy of change is coming through now. That's all I'm feeling. That's all I'm seeing. That's all I'm hearing. The rapid energy of change is coming through now. It's coming through now. This last period before we transition from the year of the snake into the year of the horse, which needs stability, is going to bring that change. And even in the beginning of the year of the horse, because energy takes time to settle in. So for many people, I feel it might have happened at different times. I generally don't know. Everyone is different. But I feel that a huge majority of the collective is feeling, I don't know, this, I want to say pressure, but not pressure in a bad way. Pressure in the form of forming something beautiful. That's what I feel it is. This pressure to say, it is time. It's like the labor pains, the birthing pains. I guess when it comes to the snake, that transition of literally shedding its whole skin and becoming new. It's like it's in that official, this old skin is coming off phase. This whole, this labor pains, it's coming to that pushing element, depending on whatever, however you want to see it. But that's the vibe I am getting with Saturn stationing direct within the year of the snake. Mercury, when's Mercury stationing direct? I didn't even show you. I've been chatting for 14 minutes. It might show up backwards, but Saturn stationed direct where? In Aquarius. And I've not even gotten into the actual sign yet. I've just been chatting by myself. But I really feel this shift. I how can I put it? Like I said, it's not pressure in a bad way. It's pressure in a way that is forming you into the highest version of you. That is what has been happening. And we're now moving forward in time. So this position where you would have been like, I recognize my philosophy, I've gone over it, I've recognized my value, I've even possibly had to go back to something I have completely ignored, and I recognize, no, that this is what I need. I've gone back to my value in life, and I recognize this is what I am doing. That's what happened in the retrograde period, since Saturn retrograde, since summer till now. We have been reflecting on that moment. We've been reflecting heavily, and everyone's going to be different, of course. Yeah, I'm feeling now is that evidently noticeably change. Why? Because when retrogrades happen, it's like you experience a period and then you go back to go over that period you've experienced. We have gone over during this retrograde that period that we have experienced, and now as we station direct, we are entering into new energy. But why is this new energy potent? Is because we are at the end of the year of the snake. When I say the end, we've got a few months till the beginning of Feb, but it's this last moment of, okay, this is your time now. You're stepping into something new. You're stepping into that new territory. You've completed the past. The retrograde gave you the time to do it. You've now recalibrated and you're stepping into something new. And time is moving forward. Time is moving forward along with that transformation of the motherfucking snake. Time is moving forward. So no one is here with me right now, and that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. But if you have got this far in the video, when you are here, do just give a like, help your girl out. Like I've just got to a phase I'm done with kind of thinking of no one's here with me or numbers or blah blah. I don't care anymore. Why? Because again, it goes back to this whole Saturn retrograde. I've recognized my philosophy and I recognize my voice is important. It may not reach many people, it may not, or it may, but that's not my business. I know the people it does reach, they are the ones who are meant to hear it. Because even on my journey, even though I felt discouraged at times, I'm like, oh, I've just not got this far with whatever content and blah, blah. It's the individuals that come to me and say, I love your content. It's helped me so much. It's the individuals. So for me, that's what keeps me going, as well as this is my self-expression. And again, this was a practical example of my personal philosophy that had came up during this whole Saturn retrograde and this little bit of Mercury retrograde. But yeah, time is moving forward now. Just again, a practical example. I don't know how far this will go, who it will reach, but that's not my business. All I know is that I felt called to say this message, so this is why I'm saying it. I'm not prepared. I've literally just got my calendar, no board, no tarot cards, no nothing. I just had to say, for anyone who needs to hear it, Saturn stationing direct. You are now moving forward in time where you felt stuck and you felt like, shit, I've been doing it, but it's not working. It's going to work now and it's going to move. It is going to work now and it's going to move. Period, point blank. That is what's happening. And it will be the most exponential growth. And I swear, it's like people may not see me, and that's okay. The people who see me are meant to hear this message because they know deep down they're ready for this exponential motherfucking growth. They're ready for that because it's time. This whole alignment, like this moving forward, whilst we're in the year of the snake, is not on accident. It's not on purpose. It's not like not purpose. It's not a coincidence. It is mathematically calculated for your movement being here right now in this realm. And it's time to move forward. It is literally time to move forward. And now's the time. Now is the time. So, shit. Breathe. I've just been chatting, but like I said, I didn't even get into the fact that it's stationed direct in Aquarius. So what does that mean? What does that mean? A burp was gonna come out then, but it didn't come out. Anyway, Saturn move stationing direct in Aquarius. Confirmation burp, so it is in Aquarius. Definitely. If you think it's in Pisces and retrograding in Pisces, I'm not telling you to believe me. Do not believe me. Just go check for yourself and then come back to me. Like, come back to me. Yeah, check for yourself, come back to me. Based off of the sky, where the sun and stars actually are, not mainstream tropical astrology. So anyway, Saturn being in Aquarius anyway, Aquarius is the water bearer. It fuels the 11th house, and being the water bearer and the 11th house, it is very sociable in nature. Very, very sociable, very networky. It Aquarius is fueled by Uranus. So Uranus is the father of electricity. So Saturn is father time, Uranus is the father of electricity, and this Aquarian energy is very unique. It's very different. It's very entrepreneurial, is one aspect, but ultimately it's very unique. It's got just unique ideas. It's very technologically advanced. So in essence, and remember, it's a water bearer. He's holding a pitcher and the pitcher is pouring water. So within this networking, sociable capabilities that the Aquarian energy has, it often has this energy of wanting to give back. And quite literally, again, I love the zodiac story because it's pouring its water of pitcher right into Pisces, which is beautiful. But anyway, so when it came even to this Saturn retrograding in Aquarius type of energy, you would have ultimately been kind of going over what you've been spending your time on when it comes to your own unique idea and something you wanted to give back and to pour into other people or things. You would have been going over your philosophy in that as well, because Mercury was retrograde in Gemini. So it's a lot about communication, a lot about thoughts. Saturn being retrograded, being like you're spending just a lot of time on that. So it's like moving forward now, stationing direct. This very thing you have been spending motherfucking time on, literally so much time, so much time. You've been putting in the effort, you've been showing up consistently, you've been working on that foundation, because remember, Saturn fuels Capricorn, so you're building that solid foundation with this Capricorn energy. You're now moving forward because we're coming out of the retrograde tomorrow, like today, tomorrow. It's tomorrow already now, so today, basically. And you're going to move forward in that energy. I generally feel like something that's coming through, this whole feeling of what felt like a blocked wall, like you were going at it, it's a blocked wall. Though it felt like a blocked wall, it wasn't really a blocked wall. It's because you felt like you wasn't moving, but really you were building that foundation. If you see what I'm seeing, you were building that foundation in order for ultimately for you to just go over the motherfucking wall. You do not need to push through the damn wall. You're building the foundation to go over the wall. So I feel like that was the foundation, and this blockage which I don't know if it was just me or if anyone else is feeling this, but just that blockage, what you felt like you're showing up consistently, you're doing the work, you're doing it, but you were blocked and you felt like you were blocked. But this blockage is there no longer. Why? Because you've just been building. This thing you thought you was hitting over and over again has done nothing but build these motherfucking steps so you can just not even step over, so you can fucking fly over the motherfucking wall. That is like that's the energy that I feel has been happening, and us moving direct now, Saturn stationing direct within the final stages of the year of the snake, this transformation energy. We're moving forward. My people, my loves, we are moving forward. We are going into that next phase. And I feel this next phase, like since 2020, basically, since I've been doing these videos, the astrology videos, like I recognize generally these energies move slow. It's not this fast moving, instant change, and so on and so on. Like it's a slow transition. However, I don't know what it is, but I feel the energies coming up now is not going to be slow. I feel we've done the slow, and I feel things are going to pick up quickly as we move forward in time, like quite literally Saturn stationing direct, being farther time, we're moving forward within that time, within a major transformation period. So, of course, Saturn retrogrades and stations direct every year. But in combination, remember, it's all technology. It's all highly advanced technology. Sorry, I like to click. But it's all highly advanced technology. Moving on autopilot. And it's like, I don't know, it's like an energy of swifter movements, because in the year of the horse, stability is needed. So this transition needs to happen. It needs to happen. So ideally, I would say ideally, I know we're in winter, and I'm not turning a blind eye for the winter periods because the seasons are important. In winter, you're in the soil. Yeah. We're in winter, or winter's starting soon. When does winter start? I don't know, but it's dark outside. It's dark. So anyway, we're in the soil. Yeah. And we're knowing how to break out of our seed and push up out of the soil, and we will know how to then bloom in spring. Like, jeez. Anyway, we're moving forward in this Aquarian energy. So the very thing you've been working on, this unique idea, whether it's entrepreneurial, networky, something you generally have been working on, only for those who have been working on something. Like I generally don't know if you've not been working on anything. This might not be for you. Hold my hands up. But if you know you've been working on something, especially when it comes to the realms of something giving back or offering value to those around you, I feel exponential growth is coming as we move forward in time. Exponential growth for those who have put in the work and who have been consistent. Exponential growth is happening, and sudden changes are coming. Transformations are coming based around the very thing you've been spending a lot of time on, wanting to give back to other people. Aquarian energy, pouring pitcher of water. Now that does not mean for free or anything like that, or doing things where you're burnt out. It doesn't mean that at all. Energy exchange, you know. But things are moving forward. Things are moving forward. I feel I've just kind of been repeating the exact same thing. And look at this. Just after Saturn stations direct, Mercury stations. Motherfucking direct. Mercury stations direct as well. So Mercury has been. What was going on? Oh, it retrograded back into Libra. No, it was Jupiter station retrograde in Gemini. I mentioned Mercury before in terms of philosophy, but no, it was Jupiter retrograding in Gemini. So this is where we are like a lot of thought processing, focusing off on our philosophy, what we truly value, how we want to communicate and express our energy out to the world. We're still going to be in that energy because Jupiter doesn't go direct until. Oh, are you there? Jupiter station. When does Jupiter go direct? Is it February? No. March? Yes, it's in March. So you see, for people, this calendar goes up till, it's probably showing backwards for you, I'm not sure. But it goes up until March 2026. And the digital version of next year's calendar, which starts April 2026, will be available like next week. So stay tuned for that. And then the physical calendar will be available like mid-December. But it's coming, it's ready, it's coming. But anyway, Jupiter does station direct in March 2026. So we will still, of course, be like evaluating, reevaluating, going over our entire thought process until then. We will. And again, I like the beauty of the stars because as Saturn is stationing direct, we're moving forward with what we have previously like reevaluated on how we'd like to expand when it comes to our communication, our thought, our own philosophy. We're still moving forward with that while still reflecting on it as well. So it is beautiful. And like I says, Mercury literally stations direct the day after Saturn. Saturn, which is today, technically. I'm up late. So I don't know if anyone here is from America. It's probably daytime, but it's basically today. And then Mercury tomorrow. In Libra. So again, I just find this all fascinating. The synchronicities and the dance of the stars that happens right above our head. Because Saturn, being in Aquarius, stationing direct, we're moving forward in time in how we're giving our energy, how we're networking, our unique ideas. We're now moving forward. Mercury stationing direct, our thought process, how we communicate and exchange energy with everyone and everything is stationing direct in Libra. Libra is all about relationships. And I always like to say, I know it does cover relationships with partners, family, friends, work colleagues, blah, 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 blah. But the most important thing is the relationship with yourself. It's stationing direct in that Libra energy of getting balance. Ah, I really wanted to show my tattoos, but it's not working. Where's the other one? It's here. There you go. It's getting that balance. It's getting that balance. So when it comes to relationships, Libra energy, and then the Aquarian energy of like networking and so on and so on, it's like this balance and this energy exchange is coming potentially, like, I don't know, potentially through a relationship, creating that balance can bring networking opportunities which could expand your business. That could be a possibility. I don't know. It's a theory, a Kalitas theory. So I don't know. But exponential growth is happening. That's all I know. It can happen through a partnership, relationship, and so on. Like, there's no coincidences that these things are stationing direct in the signs that they're in at this time. It's all a mathematical equation of perfection. Okay? Mathematical equation of perfection. Write that down because it's the truth, it's a fact. So it's going to be fascinating to see how this unfolds, of course, in everyone's life. But I don't see things moving slowly. I see things moving quickly. Quickly. Like, essentially from now till spring. From now till spring. Like, major transformations is what I'm seeing. Major transformations. So all I'm going to say, new connections are coming in. Because again, Mercury, like I says, it was retrograding. Retrogrades offer going over the past relationships, past things that popped up, and so on and so on. Has past relationships popped up? Things that you didn't even realize was an issue. Things you didn't even realize was probably an issue, or something that had passed a long time ago, and then all of a sudden it's just come up and it's quite big in your life. Or tried to be quite big in your life. That's just changing. Whatever fuckery that was, it will balance out. It will balance out for sure. And essentially, I'm seeing new people coming in. I wish I got my tarot cards ready, but I didn't. They're upstairs, and I don't know. It's YouTube to TikTok's a bit different. I feel if I go away for a few minutes, no, not a few minutes, like 1 minute just to grab them, everyone will go. Whereas TikTok people stay around for longer. Like, I don't know. So, but no, we're not going to do the tarot cards. We're trusting intuition on this one. We're trusting intuition. I don't know. Anyone who's watching this right now, whenever you're watching it, transformation is motherfucking coming, because even though I've been pointing at this calendar, I didn't even point out the fact that the sun on the 29th of November enters Ophiuchus. And what's Ophiuchus all about? Healing and transmutation of energy. And if anyone has caught like my lies, I draw it on the board. My board's just right there, but you see, when it comes to Western astrology, it keeps us just on a circle. Why? Because they don't acknowledge the 13th sign, which is Ophiuchus, which is important. It's very important. So it keeps you on a loop, literally on a loop. And how can you see that in your physical reality? Just look at life. Look at your day to day. Get up, work, do this, blah, blah, blah. Let's expand yearly. We're coming up to the Christmas season, and I know many people kind of like awakening are a bit fed up of it now, a bit fed up. Every single motherfucking year, Mariah Carey is going to come out of her coffin soon, and she's going to start singing, and Michael Bublé. It's the same, like, it's the same songs, same songs. Since I was in my mom's womb, since I was literally just an egg in my mom's womb, it's been the same songs over and over again. The whole holiday seasons. Obviously, we don't do Thanksgiving over here, but it's Thanksgiving, Easter, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's. Like, they keep us on a loop, on a motherfucking loop, all the time. They don't acknowledge the Ophiuchus energy. The Ophiuchus energy, because this calendar is based off of the sky. Look outside, what's happening above your head. That is what is astrology, the technology that fuels our realm. part of the technology, not all of it. Pyramids play a part, but anyway. Ophiuchus is there. In the winter, I can stand at, like, I live in the city. I can stand in my garden and I can see the Ophiuchus star constellation. I can see when the moon is passing through Ophiuchus, and it happens during summer. In the summer, like late summer, that's when you see it, and then eventually it gets too close to the sun, so it's up in the day and blah blah. But it is there and it happens, and mainstream astrology just ignores this, and it's just another angle for people who like wake up from the bullshit of the world but fall into astrology. They're just like, okay, hear this, take this 12 sign zodiac shit. But they're missing one of the most important signs. It's not the 13th sign. Pisces is a 13th sign. They of course call it like, oh, Ophiuchus a 13th sign. But it's technically not, because in the order it comes in between Sagittarius and Scorpio, so it's not the 13th sign. But they miss it out. And why do they miss it out? Because as they keep us on this loop, the Ophiuchus energy takes us from this loop and brings us in a spiral. So we go up and out. Why? Because we transmute, we heal and transmute the energy, what we have experienced within like the past, like the previous zodiac signs. We take all that data, we collate it, take that data, we heal it, we transmute it, and energetically, our toroidal field is then meant to expand on a higher level as it moves from Ophiuchus into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is with its bow and arrow. It's a centurion. It's literally this bow and arrow, this mature fire sign. It now knows the precise direction. Imagine a bow and arrow. It knows the precise direction it wants to go. But how can it know that direction if we have not literally leveled up? You see what I'm saying? This is the importance of Ophiuchus. People pronounce it Ophiuchus, but that just sounds like, it sounds like vomit to me, so I like to say Ophiuchus. I'm sorry. But anyway, that's the importance of Ophiuchus. It brings us up. It heals and transmutes our energy, like quite literally expanding our toroidal field. We've entered a new wavelength which we're operating through, so we can tap into different frequencies, which makes sense why they want to eliminate Ophiuchus, because they want to keep us on a loop. They want to keep us low vibrational on this boring motherfucking loop. Oh, it's Christmas again. Here, Mariah Carey, Michael Bublé. Like, it's boring. Like, is anyone else bored? Like, I've been bored for years when it comes to Christmas. Like, I literally decided today I'm going for a walk in nature on Christmas. I've never done that. So I'm going to do it this year. Like, I'm going to do it. I want to be in nature, you know? Want to be in nature, have breakfast, go in nature, hopefully the sun's shining, and then come back home and relax and watch movies. But I've never done that because many people are just in this loop. It's amazing, of course, to spend time with family, and I would say spend time with family as much as you can. It doesn't even have to be Christmas, but if Christmas is the only time, spend time with family. Yet the extra pressures of them, spend this, spend that, eat until you can't think. Oh, sorry. Confirmation, knock the phone. But I just don't subscribe to that anymore. So anyway, I did divert. I've been chatting for a while. But the fact that the sun, literally, as Saturn stations direct in Aquarius, Mercury stations direct in Libra, and the sun entering Ophiuchus, shit's changing, people. Shit is changing. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything is a mathematical calculation that happens in our reality. Every single motherfucking thing. Everything. This transformation is happening. You are moving forward with that very thing you know is your passion, but you felt blocked for time. You're moving forward in that. You are. This moving forward could come through potential partnerships, relationships, as Mercury stations direct in Libra. You'll be moving forward with certain relationships as well. And some of those, or one, could help you elevating in terms of your unique idea and so on. And ultimately, your ego is operating through, like, quite literally, this Ophiuchus energy of healing and transmuting energy, literally transforming energy. Like, it's deep. I've been a bit away in my head, but also on the 15th, which has already happened. Nah, no way. No way. You see, people, all I can say is I am glad I listened to my intuition, and I was like, yes, I fuck with astrology, but mainstream tropical astrology just seemed a bit off for me. And then I realized the astrology that's happening right above our motherfucking heads, which this calendar reflects entirely. Because I didn't even clock, I've been so away in my head, I didn't even clock it. This is why I do also say, you astrology is a tool. Use a tool. Don't let the tool use you. Don't become obsessed with it. But on the 15th of November, it's showing up backwards, but 15th of November, what happened? Mars entered Ophiuchus. What has been, like, genuinely, you don't even need to say it to me, because, people's in here and I'm grateful. Well, I am still kind of talking to myself. But you don't have to say it to me. Think of it yourself. What has been happening for the past cycle? Where are we? 27th. For the past cycle and a bit, almost 2 cycles, 2 weeks. I don't like to use the word week because we're not weak. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying. For the past 2 cycles, what has been your thought process? What has been your drive? Because Mars represents this drive and this passion. Okay, you're this natural flame within you that's like, oh, being the god of war, it's like, I'm doing this, I'm getting up and I'm doing it, whatever that is. And it's been in Ophiuchus since the 15th of November. So just reflect back on your life for the past cycle and a bit, past like under 14 days. What has your drive and passion been about? Just reflect on that. Have you literally been like thinking of things of like, not even thinking, but aiming to do it, even if you failed at sometimes, but just aiming to do it, like, I'm going to get up and do this. This is the plan. I'm getting this done. That's the natural drive and passion that could have come up within under these 14 days. And again, it being in Ophiuchus, what this drive and passion has been leading you to do has been transformative. So this is going to be different for every single person, of course. I don't really like to use the word person. For every single soul, it's going to be different. Yet something I have found personally, you girls been getting up and getting shit done. Like, I've been getting up and getting shit done. And I did not even clock that Mars was in Ophiuchus. Like, I've not even been looking at my own calendar, like, I'll be honest. But it's amazing just living life and then going back and reflecting and seeing it. And that's what I like to say, basically. So I've been getting shit done. Like, literally, I've been doing things that have been different, that, like, I've been through just not the best time recently. And I can't really say what it was, but it kind of just left me paralyzed and, like, really, it wasn't the best. So it left me really paralyzed. So just forgive me in terms of like I wasn't like so consistent with videos. Even my crypto videos, it just wasn't really there. I've been doing the best, and but then under these past 14 days, I haven't shown up for the crypto video because life been life in, but other things in the works. I've just had this random impulse to just be like, let me get this done. And I've got it done. And it makes sense. Why? Because the technology of our realm, like you people just see these as symbols or see it as stars in the sky. I don't see it as that. It's literally the technology. It's tech. The phone that I'm using now is shit tech compared to how this whole hologram can function. And astrology plays a part in that, which impacts our bodies as well. So, yeah, it just runs on autopilot. It just makes sense. It also makes sense why I just felt called to just say this message. I haven't even been prepared. I felt like I've been chatting a lot. However, everything I've said is valuable. So, everything I've said is valuable. But yeah, things are moving swiftly. Ultimately, transformation is happening, and things are going to move swiftly as the luminaries station direct. Shit. Even this sun in Scorpio, damn. But of course, we're coming out of the sun in Scorpio. So right now, when you see the sun outside, it is in Scorpio. But on Saturday, it will move into Ophiuchus. And I don't know how has these past, like basically since Sunday till now, how has it been for you? Just reflect. Honestly, just reflect. Have you had to really go into the depths of who you are, recognize your faults, but also seeing your strength? Scorpio energy. But things are going to move quick. Things are going to pick up the pace, and just don't be alarmed if someone comes in and I don't know. Maybe the tarot would clarify it, but I'm not getting my cards. I'm going to end this live soon. Um, it could be different to any for everyone, but this could be a new relationship or a previous relationship, which I feel will help in terms of growth and transformation. Like there be genuine coming in. If it is a new person or someone, I don't like to say coming back from, like, it's not, we're not talking about romantic relationships. There's no time for that. Just push that aside. I'm talking about genuine relationships, work colleagues, family, friendships, people who are in your life. Um it could have been one of, like, I don't know, but a relationship is coming who will help you. A relationship is coming. Could be anyone. But motherfucking transformation is happening. That is all I can say. Um, transformation is happening. It's the time of the year. December, we're going to get Venus going into Ophiuchus. We'll talk about that another day. Mercury going into Ophiuchus. A lot more. And it's interesting that that happens when the sun's going into Sagittarius. So still, this transformation period will be happening whilst you're still going in a new direction. And just don't be alarmed if what comes up for you that may seem a weakness, if it just comes up raw and cold, physically in your reality, as Venus on the 3rd of December will go into Scorpio. Please just know that this coming up, whatever comes up, is ultimately your greatest strength. And it may feel painful for the few days while Venus is in Scorpio, and it doesn't have long, goes this way, until it enters Ophiuchus, where it will take that potential, what you may see as a weakness, but really it's your strength, that vulnerability, and it will transform that. So I'm going to kind of leave it there and say things are going to move quickly. Things will be moving quickly for you. Yet please, the beginning of December, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself throughout this transformation. Because in order to transform, the old needs to crumble. So challenges may come with that old needing to crumble. So just be gentle with yourself and know that shit is working in your favor. So yes, normally at this point I'll say, let's clarify with the tarot, but I've not got the cards. So we're going to end it there. So thank you all for joining me. I know I need to, again, Saturn stationing retro, stationing direct energy. I know I need to be more consistent. Like I says, just a lot has been happening, and I can't tell this. I can tell part of the story, but I can't tell all the story. In the right time, I'll share it with you people. But I will be back on the ball with these energy readings. Yeah, I also need to, or have been working on my own flow. So I used to do it every Thursday, and I don't even know what today is. It's Thursday. Shit, damn. It's Thursday. Well done, Kalita. Look, you see, I've had to just tell myself well done for like the smallest things. I did not even realize it's Thursday. But I used to do these videos all the time Thursday night, every Thursday night. Now, just knowing my capability and what I'm also ready to come out with and share with everyone, these videos, these energy updates will have to be bi-weekly. I don't like using the word week, but you know what I mean? Every other cycle. And we're basically 2 videos a month, and we'll cover what's happening for the 2 cycles and then so on. And then I feel this just allows me room to create again, because I miss creating. I love the technology of the sky and the hologram. I love crypto, but I generally realized I miss just creating and talking about just the spiritual aspect of life. And I also want to get into just my life a little bit more intimately and share that as well. So because of that, crypto and these energy updates will basically be twice a month to allow room to for other things, my creativity and my mind, because my mind needs to chat. Your girl needs to chat. And I don't often have people to chat with, so I'm just going to chat online, you know? Just going to chat online until I can't chat no more. And I want to talk about so many different topics and so on and so on, beyond astrology and beyond crypto. Basically what I was doing before when I started my channel. So because of that, Crypto and the energy updates will be twice a month each, and there's much more to come. So yeah, all in alignment clearly with this Saturn stationing direct. It's time. So I'm going to finish the message at it's been 1 hour. It's time. Trust yourself, move forward. Time is moving forward anyway, and I know you've been feeling that urge to move forward. I know you have, because you wouldn't be here otherwise. You've been feeling it just as I have, and time is moving now. Time is moving, so just keep going and you will see. You will see. So with that being said, with that being said, um, do make sure I do offer birth chart readings, by the way, if anyone is interested. I posted a birth chart reading on my channel. I've done loads, but they're all private. But yeah, this one was a birthday. It was for a birthday, and I was allowed to post it publicly. So that's like an example of my birth chart readings. If anyone did want one, I do want to offer like free ones once a month or something like that as well. And make sure you do stick around for this next year's calendar. This finishes in March, like I said, but next year's calendar starting from April till March 2027. Like, can you believe it? 2027. The calendar is done for 2027. I'm just waiting on the physical copies, but the digital copy will be available next cycle, next week. Next cycle, the digital version. And what I want to do is um, attach the two digital versions together. So if anyone wants the digital version, they can get the end of this year and then all the way up until March 2027 at a discount, at very, very good price, good price. So that will be available next cycle. So yeah, so if you do want to support me, you can either grab a calendar, grab a reading, or just simply like the video and share. But honestly, thank you for joining me. Your girl has not vanished. I'm gonna show up more than ever now, so you may get sick of me and that's absolutely fine. You may get sick of me, but I have no choice but to show up because it's part of my coding, and my voice, my sound vibration is going to help many people. But Mama needs to go now. So thank you for joining me. Trust yourself as Saturn stations direct. And I'll see you on, I don't know, Sunday for crypto. Now, video is coming out on Monday, a different type of video. But do let me know your thoughts. That is going to come out, and I will be doing a crypto video on Sunday because I need to. It's time. The markets have been a bit crazy lately. It's been a bit crazy, but I'm gonna go over all of it on Sunday. So I'll see you then. So with that being said, Angel out. Bye.